Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge. So this episode of WWE News and Rumors, this is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, it does not even have to be a wrestling show or even wrestling related. Any show, concert, sporting event, art museum, whatever you need a ticket for, use SeatGeek, use code Hodge to save yourself $20 off your tickets. Now this is for first time orders only, guys, so if you guys have used SeatGeek before, go ahead and make a new account and use the code anywhere. Little hack there for you to save you some money. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick this off with the first news story of the day. So the first news story of the day is going to be about Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley's injured. Now this was obviously the reason the match was changed at Money in the Bank. There's been a lot of questions like, what's wrong with Rhea? Did she hurt her ankle or leg or something? Apparently, she actually had a brain injury and she revealed this herself on her Instagram. So yeah, she has some kind of brain injury, and WWE don't really want wrestlers talking about like concussions and stuff like that publicly, and they've made that clear to the wrestlers, and that's why it wasn't out faster. But basically she just said, it's brain injury, but maybe it's a concussion, maybe it's not. But nonetheless, no matter what is going on, no matter what kind of injury Rhea is facing, I do wish her the speediest recovery possible, and hope she gets back to wrestling and doing her thing very, very soon. Alright, the next news story is about Monday Night Raw. So it's actually about Raw this past week. This past week's Raw was actually pretty exciting, I do gotta say. I was very much looking forward to the show because, the main draw, let me just be honest, the main reason I was looking forward to Raw this past week is because Elias was returning. We had Elias come and join his twin brother, Ezekiel. Elias' return, they were advertising both in the ring at the same time, but they obviously weren't able to pull that off, which was predictable. I'm like, they can have them together in the backstage segment easy because that's pre-filmed and we can edit it. Like, we can edit that. That's completely easy and fine and normal, and the thing I can even do it. I've done here on the channel. You guys have seen me and like different characters I play in the same shot, or me and like my clone in the same shot or stuff like that. I've done that in the channel before, and I knew that would be possible for them to do quite easily and make it look very believable if they did like a backstage segment or something. But as for in the ring, we got this really odd element called a live crowd. I mean, they could probably pull it off, even though it'll be a little bit tricky. They could probably pull it off if they pre-film something inside the ring, but having it in front of the live crowd is just not an easy task to pull off. And that's why he literally has a twin, or like even like a stunt double or something. They don't look identical. So it's kind of hard to pull that off. So I knew they were going to do that. But basically, what this is about, Raw's ratings were actually very good. Now, I don't know if this is all the credit to Elias, but I'm going to go ahead and give all the credit to him because he personally got me excited. Obviously, I've been a WWE fan for a very, very long time, and I just thought it was so interesting and funny. And I love Elias, and I love Ezekiel, what he's doing, and it's just like great, and I really dig it. But basically, this Raw's ratings were so good. This is actually the best, most viewed, the highest rated Raw is since April, pretty much. So the ratings are the highest since April for this Monday Night Raw. With the last, we almost pulled in 2 million people again, which normally Raw has been pulling in only about 1.5 million. So to have that big spike in viewers is a big thing. I don't know if it's all for Elias, but I'm going to give him the credit. Alright, the next news story is about The Undertaker. So The Undertaker is actually going to be doing a live show, actually in Nashville before SummerSlam. He's actually doing a live show, so it's a show you can go to, and basically he's going to be, they're calling this an intimate setting or whatever, so it's going to be a small venue where he's pretty much going to be on stage and be talking about his journey, some stories and stuff like that. He's going to be taking some questions from the crowd and stuff like that. They're selling tickets for it. But it's just crazy to see Undertaker doing something like this, because Undertaker does not do stuff like this. At least he didn't used to. But now he's kind of like falling out of being in character and doing the kayfabe all the time. He's more into, my name is Mark. My name is Mark. I play The Undertaker, or whatever. And he's gonna have a lot of stories and be doing a, I don't know if he's doing a meet and greet with this or not, but basically he'll be taking some questions from the live crowd and talking about some of his stories from his life on the road as The Undertaker in the WWE. So basically that will be a live show you can get tickets for if you guys would like to attend. If you're wondering if I'm going, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it because I'm trying to make this trip very fast for SummerSlam because I'm doing a very extravagant large trip for Money in the Bank, which is actually a good time to mention that this will actually be the final news video, an actual video here in the studio before I go to Las Vegas, before I go to California. So I'm going to Las Vegas and California actually an entire week before Money in the Bank, if you're wondering why I'm leaving so early. So that is happening, but as for SummerSlam, I'm not going to make that a huge trip, so I will not be doing probably anything else besides the actual SummerSlam show for those Brandon Hodge vlog fans who were actually wondering. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is actually the final news story before we jump into some rumors. This one is also, well, I was just talking about Money in the Bank, even though the previous one wasn't. But anyway, this is about Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank, they actually have announced they are doing a Money in the Bank store in Las Vegas. It's kind of like a superstore. I've never seen them do like a superstore or store of any kind for one of those, I don't even want to call Money in the Bank a smaller pay-per-view. Like, Money in the Bank is personally my favorite pay-per-view of all time. Like, it's just my favorite concept. It's just great. But we always have these superstores every time they do the wrestling shows, the Big Four. Not even the Big Four. I don't think they've done one for Survivor Series. I know for WrestleMania always got a superstore, and then they started giving SummerSlam a superstore too, and then the Royal Rumble I guess kind of got one, not really. So they don't really hardly ever do these. But basically they announced a MGM Grand, which is the venue where the show's going to be, but also it's this big casino, hotel, convention center, whatever. They're having a pop-up store, superstore like they did for SummerSlam last time. Like last year SummerSlam was in Las Vegas. They pretty much do the same thing. I believe the same location. So Money in the Bank Superstore is happening. To the MGM Grand Casino Hotel. Also, that's where the show's going to be. The MGM Grand Casino, whatever, venue, arena, whatever the hell they're naming it now. That's why they changed the name of it. So I don't remember it being named that before. But basically, the Money in the Bank store will be a thing. And they said they're going to have like Money in the Bank briefcases. I was there briefcases or something. I'm like, I was there brief. That sounds like a dumb idea, but I'll look at them. Maybe they're able to pull this off and look at it cool. But basically, they're going to have a bunch of exclusive merchandise that you can only get there. And I will be going to the Superstore one of those days. They've announced it's open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that week. The week of Money in the Bank. So I'll be going there, seeing what it's like, and I'll do a vlog for you guys so you guys can see what it's like through the lens of this camera right here. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Money in the Bank Superstore is coming. Actually, I think for the first time ever. So ladies and gentlemen, that's actually all the only confirmed news stories I had to talk to you guys about today. But go ahead and get your juice boxes out, get your juice box ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. Alright, the first rumor of the day. The first rumor of the day is going to be about Miss Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte Flair's been off for a little while, got a little bit of a storyline, I don't know if it's a storyline injury or just a storyline write-off, but basically Charlotte Flair got married. That's the reason she had her time off. Her husband's already returned to his gig in AEW wrestling. So what is the deal about Charlotte's return? Well, there was rumors going around she would be back before SummerSlam, and now these rumors are saying after SummerSlam. And this is all basically because Charlotte Flair is advertised for a show in August. That doesn't necessarily mean she's not returning until that specific show. I think personally she'll have a surprise return. It may be slightly before SummerSlam or after. I just think if she's not injured, she's available, she's ready to return. I think it would make sense to have, the Queen Charlotte Flair on the SummerSlam show, since it's the second biggest show of the entire year. But who knows? Honestly, guys, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, Charlotte Flair is starting to advertise for some shows this summer, so Charlotte Flair will be back sometime within the next month, 2 months, something like that. Alright, the next rumor is about the Viper. This is about Randy Orton. Now, this is an unfortunate one. Now, this one is more than likely true. Out of all the rumors on this list, this one's probably the most likely to be true. So it's about Randy Orton having surgery. We know for a fact Randy Orton is having surgery. It just wasn't really specified what surgery it was. And for some reason, in my mind, I was thinking of like a leg injury or something. Or I thought that's what they were pushing, he had a leg injury. But apparently Randy Orton's actually having a quite severe, major surgery. He's actually having back surgery, which is a very large one and a very important thing for wrestling, because wrestling, most of the time, your impact you're taking are right on your back. You're taking your back bump, and that is where all your impact is, so you have to have a good back. And basically, he's had some issues with his back, which is expected. The guy has been wrestling for probably more than 25 years now. 25 years in the WWE anyway. So that takes a really big toll on your back doing that literally almost every week for 25 years. So I don't doubt by the slightest that the guy may have some back damage or something like that. I don't know how severe of a surgery this is going to be, but basically Orton is having a back surgery of some kind. I wish him the best. I wish him a speedy recovery, but he will definitely be out for months because of this. This will take a while to heal. Plus, it's not like something where you just walk around and be like, yeah, I feel all right. He's actually got to take back bumps and land on his bump every night for like another years upon years. Ever how long he's wanting to wrestle. I think he said he was trying to push like another 10 years or something. So the guy's really got to get his back in shape from that surgery. So he's going to have to take his time to recover from that. So we'll just have to wait and see. But Randy Orton is indeed actually getting a major back surgery. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final news story. This will be the final rumor. This will be the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So this is about John Cena. This is about the Super Cena himself. So John Cena is returning actually this Monday on Monday Night Raw. This is actually the Raw before Money in the Bank. Which gets you thinking, which is what this rumor's saying. It gets you thinking, why the Raw before Money in the Bank? Why not the Raw after Money in the Bank? Is he going to be on the Money in the Bank show? Well, I think this entirely depends on his movie schedule, but I think WWE, I think it would be kind of odd if they were doing this if he wasn't going to be on the Money in the Bank show in some capacity. There is rumors, of course, he might be added to the Money in the Bank ladder match or something. Or maybe he'll just make an appearance. Or maybe he won't even be there. Of course, Money in the Bank is the pay-per-view last year that John Cena made a surprise return at. Shocked the world. I did a reaction video because I was there live. and that video actually got on the trending page of YouTube, which was a really, really cool moment. Again, thank you guys for that. But basically, what's going to happen? I don't know. I know for a fact they're pushing John Cena, Austin Theory for like a SummerSlam thing. But as for Money in the Bank, I don't really know. Unless John Cena's going to be in the ladder match, win the ladder match, and then say he's cashing in on the United States Champion Theory. Which I don't really know if that would make much sense anyway. It's supposed to be for the major championship, but I have no idea. Anything could happen. I'm sure they're still deciding themselves because a lot of things are last minute in the WWE, especially with someone like John Cena who has a very crazy schedule you have to work around. So we'll just have to wait and see, but John Cena returning the week before Money in the Bank, the Raw before Money in the Bank, it would be kind of odd, to say the least, if he's not on the show in some capacity. So there you guys have it. That's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.